looking at here.
And
Yes, maybe an ant. Maybe an ant. I'm going back and forth with these extra sets of legs on the side here. I'm still not sure how I feel about those. How do you feel about those? Better or worse over time as you look at this?
this logo in particular?
No, like the legs, the extra set of legs on the left and the extra set of legs on the
No,
right.
I like it. It's not bad.
Okay. So tell me again, I think you told me once what it was. What's the difference? What are these different colors from? Is this shadowing from a light source direction? Is that what this is?
It's not really shadowing from a light source. It's more of just a generic coloring in there.
Okay, this is part of my problem. There has to be some reason behind the things in this
just
logo.
texture. That's all it is. Just texture on a logo.
Okay. Well, so my issue here is like the inconsistency with it. And that's why I was saying, like, maybe if we can recreate this ourselves and get a little more something, like the way it just stops over here, like this is kind of weird to me. It's not symmetrical here. When you get to the bottom of it, like here's a black line that just stops somewhere. Like you don't know where this.
You made me change it 1,000 times.
Huh?
You made me change it 1,000 times.
But you didn't draw this yourself. This is the way it came.
No, that's a lot of that is the drawing. The original one doesn't look anything like that. Even the dots are all different.
Hold on, the original one I have. Did I get rid of it?
Compare the original one.
This is the original one.
Okay, look at the lines. And then look at the other one.
Yeah, you're right. I can see where you did it, but things like this, those don't. These lines just don't go anywhere. They don't mean anything. If it was a light source and it was angled, I'd be like, okay, we can it's a bit dramatic. Maybe there's something there. But my concern, what stands out to me with some of this, like I was trying to explain to you, like these lines here, they don't follow whatever this angle is of this texture. So it just looks like there's like a black line on top of this thing, flat, no curvature to the way that the body of the ant is curved.
Oh,
it's just flat. It doesn't make sense to me. And I don't know what it is. These lines for the legs, like I just feel like they're missing something because those are just like default lines. I feel like it needs something. And if you were to just take, if you were to Google like illustration of ants, like these legs are skinny, like they're thin. They're different.
We're not an original ant. We're not like a perfect ant.
Yeah, and as I shared with you when we were last in person, this down arrow, this subconscious down arrow that you're planting in people's mind, I need an up arrow. Can we get an up arrow?
No.
Because let me show you. Saints of LA, they're using an up arrow.
But exactly, that's why we're not going to use an up arrow.
No, because we're up. We're up only, baby. You see this arrow, this up arrow in between the S and the A?
No, I don't see that.
You don't see that?
No.
You're lying to me. Hold on. Can I open this in a new tab? No, I don't want to open the link. I want to open the image. Come on, people. Open image in new tab.
By the way, I have like 16 saints now.
I know, you're out of control. Every day I look over and you just got more and more. Okay, so you see this up arrow in the A?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's an up arrow. It's going up.
So why do you want to be the same as that?
I don't want to be the same. I just don't want a down arrow. Down arrow is like, oh, why are we down?
I feel like that logo is very simplistic. If you need to put it on a t-shirt or on a hat, it's very easy to do because it's all the same weight lines.
Oof.
It's perfect.
It is definitely not perfect. It's not bad. It's just not perfect. I think we just need to figure out what the coloring of this is. And then this logo itself, does this become our brand colors now? Are we this gray?
No, it doesn't have to be. Like, why do we have to put a color to a minimalistic logo?
Well, everything has color. Everything is the color. Everything is the choice. It's the representation. The logo is the representation of the brand. So if the logo is these colors, whatever this color is, that's representing us. So, I'd want a website to mirror these colors and this theme. So let's get a little frame here. We'll go a couple smaller frames. Let's call those 50 by 50, and then we'll just fill it with what is that color?
Let me tell you something. When I posted this logo, everybody liked it.
Who's everybody?
Everybody. On Twitter, on Instagram. Even here, look at the comments.
What comments am I looking at?
The one that says, We like it.
Okay, who wrote that? I want to know who's Kevin. We like it. Yeah, it's the ant legs, the circular ones. I don't know about all this. This there's just something lacking about this. Like I said to you, it doesn't have a personality. I don't feel like it represents us.
I feel like you want it to be way too colorful, and I don't want it to be colorful.
We can skip the colors. I just want it to be intentional. I want it to be colors that we have selected, colors that represent the brand.
We can't do that because we have way too many different palettes that we use, so we cannot.
But you're talking about different projects. But if we said as Rebel Ants, as the umbrella, who are we? Is this us? Are we black, white, and gray? Black, white, tan, and gray? I mean, I'm not saying we're not, but I don't know that we are. I've never thought about us and said, yeah, we're these really muted, neutral colors.
Well, our color has always been green.
Our Rebel Ants radio has always been green. Rebel Ants V1 was gold.
You're right.
So just to me, those colors, I don't know. The golds, I don't remember where the gold came from. But I just, again, I'm not against this as the direction. I just don't know that this is done yet. And I don't know
what else I can do to that.
What?
I don't know what else I can do to that.
I don't know either. But as you know, when you're designing things, sometimes like you just keep working it till it clicks, till it unlocks. Right? Huh?
You know how many times I've worked this ant right here in particular? Go to the right. Go to that other logo.
Okay, this is the other one that AI handed us. I think to me that's part of it though, is like this is what almost this is what AI gave us, and I just want it to be more ours. Even these arms, these lines, I feel like the softer bend around them is better than this. These like sharp, perpendicular lines. And like I said to you, we need to be able to create this in a scalable way. So like SVG file, so it can be expanded on a big banner at NFT NYC, or it can be shrunk down onto a shirt or a logo inside of, Twitter or X or Instagram. So that's why I want us to have more control over it, more input into it than just, the original.
I don't know. If you say so.
Shape.
It took me 3 hours to just color this thing in. Go to the right. So this guy right here, right? I feel like I can work a lot with this because you see the little world on the bottom or the little circle on the bottom?
Yeah. Our devotee always blessed says you should add the green you use. So my question to you, always blessed, is where do you see the green? Do you see the green as that's not good. Do you see the green as one of these shades? Do you see the green as the outline? What do you see the green as? And I think if you were to recreate these lines yourself, it'd be really easy.
Those lines I did recreate myself.
But you're saying you're not able to change them. Are you able to change the color of these?
No, what do you mean the colors? Like
if I said, hey, all this black outline, can I just see it in green? What does a green outlined ant look like?
No, I would have to recreate it again.
That's what I'm saying. Like in Figma, I would just be able to take this board and say, okay, everything that's black, just change it to this green.
Yeah, I can't do that in Procreate.
Really?
No.
Okay, well, maybe we need to make it in Figma. That way we can get it scalable as SVG lines. So let me work on that. And
Go to the right. But I just don't want it to be all green either because we're not...
Oh, I hear you. I'm not saying all green. I'm just saying I want us to be able to just explore what looks good. Is there another color palette other than that kind of stands out or shows a little more personality?
I don't know. I think that the actual logo shouldn't even have a color because we represent so many different things.
And when you say that, are you thinking like in your head the way like Bored Ape Yacht Club is?
No, I'm thinking like an artist. That's what I'm thinking like.
Well, Bored Ape is very simple, right? It's just black and white as their logo, and it's just BAYC over the skull. God, I really hate this browser. I'm changing browsers. I'm giving up. So like this one, this is just black and white. This is the logo, right?
Right.
It's a good logo, obviously.
It's known everywhere.
Yeah, right. Right. So this doesn't have colors, but obviously the apes and the mutants and the kennels and the whatever, they all do. So I'm not disagreeing that the colors have to match one specific thing, and it could just be black and white. But I don't know. I don't know that we're just black and white. And even to that point, this isn't black and white. This is this other colors. There's 3 other colors in here.
Yeah, but they're very, very light neutral grays. It's not like it's a crazy thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
So if you submit into that one, right? So I'm thinking that this one I can recreate it. That circle on the bottom can be some sort of like world, right? Because we do interact with people from around the world, right?
Yeah.
The ant has sort of like a eye patch, which we have some eye patches on ours, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. This could be something. I just don't know yet. I will have to recreate it again.
I think these styles are different in that one's really soft and round and this one's really rigid. Is there one that you feel more drawn to?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like the softer lines. I like the hard lines on the left. But you like the softer lines on the right.
I do. I mean, if you look at the ants or the pets, I mean, everything is not rigid lines, right? Like I don't see that reflected in anything we do. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm not against this. I don't know that this is done. Like I couldn't just print this out right now and put it on a shirt. I'd really want to have more control over everything here. These lines, again, the shading, what shades are we using? This down arrow, can we flip it around so it's an up arrow? I don't know. Like, can we just these lines? Yeah, I don't know.
It's not really just an arrow. It's just part of the tail.
Yeah, but it's a down arrow. AI gave us this down arrow. It wasn't reflective of
down arrow.
some sort of symbol.
It looks like it's part of the tail, like the end part of the tail.
Yeah. I got you. Anyway, let me try to recreate this in Figma just to see if we can explore some other options with this and have a little more flexibility. I don't know how well I'll be able to get all these lines joined together, but we can certainly try and kind of go from there. So I will work on that this week. That's my homework. I appreciate your patience as we get through this because we need that to move forward with everything else that we're going to do, right? Once we have to submit assets to NFT NYC, we make a new website. We want to be able to use this. Can I show you one thing?
Yeah.
Let me show you one thing. So I didn't even have this prepared. Sorry. This was, remember we looked at the site Visual Electric?
Yeah.
So I had been playing on there, just typing in just logo for a company called Rebel Ants. And there was one image that really stood out to me, one image, and I'll see if I can get it pulled up. Maybe we'll come back to it if it's going to take too long. Let's see. I'll log in here. Oh, this is embarrassing. I don't know. Continue with Google. Maybe. Let's see here. All right. We'll give, oh, here we go. Okay. So, no, what? Great. Where's my canvases? Oh boy. This wasn't it.
What are you trying to do?
I want to show you one of the images that was generated that I thought was just had a cool vibe to it. It just had a cool vibe. That was it. So anyway, we will continue this discussion on and off air on X. We'll get some more people to get their input instead of all these people that are here for you that are saying that they're with Miguel. I'm here for the minimalist black. Again, I'm not against minimalists. I just don't know that as it stands is the thing that represents us.
I just feel like first of all, I feel like the thing that you sent me earlier too, it was too like kits related.
Yeah. All right. I'm with you. I'm over it. Anyway, let us move on to a news story that I think we both found interesting.
Yeah.
And let me close out some windows. Let's get focused here. Let's go to look at my screen here. So there was a post by Pudgy Penguins, and this was yesterday. And it says, licensing for Chapter 2 of Pudgy Toys is now live and made possible by the beta launch of Overpass IP, our IP licensing platform.
Mm-hmm.
And learn about what this means and how to submit your Pudgy Penguin or Lil Pudgy below. So IP licensing is a topic that's been around since NFTs really started blowing up, saying this is one of the benefits, right? That either one will use your NFT in a project of ours, whatever it is, right? However many projects talked about, hey, we're going to have a TV show. Hey, we're going to have a comic book. Hey, we're going to have whatever. Letting you as the owner of your NFT be a part of that and get some sort of benefit has been one of those claims for a long time. Is that your understanding as well, that that's one of those claims that they've, like, is that your experience as well, that projects have been talking about this?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it gives your digital asset, it's granting specific ownership and rights to it. Like, Pudgy holders can finally commercially use their image of their NFT, which is like a game changer for digital art,
Yeah, exactly. And one of those other uses of IP that we've seen that's been, hit or miss across different projects is letting you own the rights of that image and then use it to make your own thing completely separate from the NFT, right? So Bored Ape does this. They'll let you take your image. You can go make your own beer line, whatever, your own line of beer, your own water, your own whatever. You don't owe anything back to Bored Ape Yacht Club or Yuga Labs as the owner to say, hey, you're using our imagery. You now have to give us a royalty or anything like that. So those are the two sides that I've seen of IP. And what I think is being addressed here in a really, hopefully succinct way is that Pudgy has created the system called Overpass IP, which basically lets you sign up to a website and connect your wallet and say, hey, here are the assets I have within this collection. And I'm willing to let Pudgy Penguin use these items, and I will then be rewarded based on whatever Pudgy, the owner, is saying, yeah, we will reward you if you give us one of your items, you give us permission to use one of your items, we'll give you some sort of percentage of whatever the revenue is, right? So this is for the toys. This is for V2 of the toys or Chapter 2 of the toys. So basically, you'll be able to get a percentage of the toy revenue if they're using one of your Pudgies. So Miguel, as a Lil Pudgy holder, how does this feel to you? Is this a value add? Is this something you're interested in?
It's definitely a value because Pudgy's been trying to push the boundaries for a very long time. So I feel like they're doing that, and I feel like they're really doing like really good things over there. Compared to like Bored Ape, for example, like I feel like Pudgy it's way ahead of the game. Even Doodles, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, I would agree with you. They've definitely got their name out there in a very positive light. Gotten the interest. We've seen interest from memes, going across work discussions that have nothing to do with NFTs, all the way into Walmart and Toys R Us and Amazon now. And they really seem focused on developing this brand in that direction, and I love it. I think it's working, and so that's exciting to see, right? This platform really opens up the door for other projects, because what they're doing is they're beta launching this themselves, but then they're going to open it up and make it available. I think he says in one of the posts here, let's see, what was that post? Licensing enables the inclusion of holders to in big partnerships, company initiatives, and content, ultimately showing ways NFT IP can be utilized through the alignment of holder and brand. And then below is the link to their previous video. Then it goes on to say, until today, licensing in Web3 has been expensive and full of friction.
Yeah.
With Overpass IP and the help of Sassy Labs, we've abstracted the headache that is licensing NFT IP and have offered a solution that will allow you to license your NFT with nothing but a couple of clicks. So, when I sent this to you, you said back to me, can we do this? It's like, yeah, we can definitely do this. Once we have some holders of our NFTs, it'll make more sense. But I know you've already looked at that idea of getting some toys made and things like that. So, imagine one of our holders owning the NFT that we have recreated and giving them a share of that. That's
what it is though. I wonder what the legal aspects are to consider. Like, what is the extent of the licensing right and the copyright implications of it? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah, it's a good question. I didn't click on any of these links because I'm not a Lil Pudgy holder as you are to be able to go through the process. So that's why I was saying to you, you should just kind of put this out there. Just put your Lil Pudgy in there, see what that experience is like, and maybe you get selected too, because you have a cool Pudgy. Your Lil Pudgy is behind you there, That's a pretty playful one. Let's make your
Pretty
screen a
unique,
little
my
bigger
little
here.
buddy.
Let me show off yours. Nope, this way. So you've got a cool one. He's got a jersey on. He's got a beanie. He's got glasses, purple. Like, that's a pretty cool, eye-catching little Pudgy.
Yeah, I keep getting offers for it.
I know you do. I know you do. We've got a few more people watching us now. So say hi in the comments. Let us know if you had a Pudgy or a Lil Pudgy, would you sign up for this? Would you say, yeah, I want my Pudgy out there? I don't know why somebody wouldn't, but like you said, maybe under some of the legalese that's inside of here, maybe you're, I don't know, giving up something. I can't imagine what it is, but I don't know why somebody wouldn't want to do this.
I'm assuming that the unique licensing rights could affect the market value too, like, and the demand, right, for Pudgies.
You mean positively?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what it is though. If what happens when that item gets sold, right? If you've said, "Hey, I'm okay with licensing this out," you sign up for this thing, but then you sell it after it starts getting used. I don't know what happens to that, right?
Yeah.
Do you stop? Do you not get any royalties while it was being used under you? What's that flow of payment or revenue stream back to you, or the benefits? So, I think to your point, those are some of the things that'll be interesting to see how they play out. There was a long thread about this from our friend Whale Swoosh, who's not actually our friend. I just like following his tweets. He had a really good explanation of how all this works through this Overpass IP. So we'll post the link in the show notes. Really good read. Interesting to follow along, because I think if they do this well, then this will be the platform that everyone's going to use for this,
Yeah, I mean, if they do it well, what does this mean for the future of NFTs and digital ownership? Like, what does that look like now?
Yeah.
Because they're pretty much opening the door for a lot.
Yeah, and Luca even says in one of his posts, he says, this is a gift like from us to you, basically saying like, hey, we're solving this problem and we're going to let you use it. And I do think that sort of IP rights is a positive for any project. And if it's as easy as saying, hey, yeah, we're just going to, sign up with Overpass and let people tell us which items from a project they're willing to let us use, that could be really interesting.
Well, it opens the door to like brand collaborations and promotions. Like,
That's true.
I don't know, what if Budweiser, calls me up, hey, we want to use your Pudgy because we think he's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's
what that opens the door to. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm excited. I think it's cool.
I'm very excited about it, yeah.
All right.
This model is going to empower the creator and the NFT owner, like the original creator.
That's true. It's really a win-win. And
even though he's not the original creator, but he's the guy moving the Pudgies along. I mean, Pudgies has come a long way, dude.
Yeah,
a lot of turmoil there at the beginning.
Yeah, how is the community in your opinion as a holder? What's the vibe like?
Honestly, like, I'm not really very into the community. I mean, I know they're out there, they're very active, but I'm not very active with them right now. I'm all into Saints community.
You are into the Saints. You are into the Saints. We're gonna pull up your wallet. We're gonna dissect your Saints in a little bit here.
Dissect my wallet.
I want to know which Saints you're holding, and which ones you've been acquiring lately. You've been so public about it. Give me one of your Saint numbers so I can find your wallet.
Hold on.
Yeah, give me one of those. I don't know. I guess I can see your Saints in your wallets on OpenSea, even if you're not on OpenSea, right?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, yeah, even if the Saints aren't on OpenSea, I should still be able to see yours.
Yeah, I'll give you a number.
Hold on.
130.
130. Actually, you know what? Are my Saints in my wallet? I don't think they are. They don't show on OpenSea.
Where will they be?
We'd have to find them on Blur. Let's go over to blur.io. We'll wait for that to load up, and then we'll check out the Saints. All right, we'll come back to that as that loads up. Let me show you what's been going on with our friend Cristiano Ronaldo. Looking at an article from nftnow.com. This is called Cristiano Ronaldo's Holder Workout Illustrates Utility and Challenges for Sports NFTs. So just that title, what does that mean to you? What's your takeaway already?
I don't even understand what he's trying to do.
I don't even understand what this sentence is. Okay, so Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the maybe the best soccer player of all time, he has I think a couple of NFT projects that have rolled out over the past few years. He's being sued in the U.S. for $1 billion
Is he?
for allegedly falsifying his connection with the Binance projects that have come out, and conversations he's had with investors about his NFTs and the value of them, all this stuff. So while that lawsuit is happening, he's also doing this. So he's rewarding his NFT holders by having a workout with them, which I think
That's
is
what I really
dope.
Do you? Well, you like soccer. I hate soccer.
Well, so hold on. I hate soccer. There's a video here which I won't show you because it's a few minutes long. It's these people playing soccer that don't look like soccer players at all. So these are people that are just fans of Ronaldo that now have this opportunity to kick the soccer ball around with him and get to meet him and shake his hand and spend this time with him. And I think for people who are that dedicated to any sport, any celebrity, any athlete, I think that's an incredible exposure opportunity. Like, when else would these people get to hang out with Ronaldo? Even if it is for the 4 minutes that this video length is, like, I would give a lot of money, I think, to get to hang out with my favorite musician just for saying, hey, our NFT holders get to come to this concert and then meet us afterwards. Like, does that not resonate with you on any people that you follow?
No, I really don't care.
Oh my God. You are dead inside.
Dead. You know what? People should hang out with me. I'm cool.
People should pay to hang out with you. Yeah, I agree. So this article, I read through it a couple of times, but here's a snippet. A dream come true for many football fans, the initiative underscores the growing influence of NFTs in providing unique real-world experiences, paving the way for a new era in sports fandom and digital asset utility. However, also comes against the backdrop of a $1 billion class action lawsuit filed in Florida this past November over Ronaldo's promotion of the project, illustrating the legal and regulatory challenges that digital assets like NFTs still face in regions like the U.S.
Who filed the lawsuit?
I think it was like, hold on, it talks about it down here. Controversy. The lawsuit claims that Binance operated illegally in the U.S. by selling unregistered securities, and that Ronaldo used his celebrity status to attract investors. I don't know if it says who's behind that.
Was it the state of Florida or?
Yeah, I thought it was a government body that was.
Of course it is. Bringing
that charge against him. So yes, there's definitely controversy. We talked about his story a number of episodes back, but then I saw this like, oh, this is kind of cool, right? This like makes sense. You're a holder. Your benefit is you get to hang out with him. I'm sure there's. So the other thing I'm thinking is like these guys who are diehard Ronaldo fans, they probably have friends and family who are also diehard Ronaldo fans. Outside of the U.S., this is the biggest sport in the world. So imagine getting to send photos of you with Ronaldo and someone says, how did you get to meet him? It's like, oh, I just had to buy this NFT. Like, I think that helps legitimize it a little bit, honestly. I think that helps spread the word. Like, oh, I need one of those NFTs so I can hang out with Ronaldo next time he comes around. I think this is good. What do you think? It's a hit or a miss?
It's all right.
You're ridiculous.
If it would have been a different celebrity, I would have been like,
a different celebrity. Okay, well, I'm just talking about the utility here. The utility.
I'm over Cristiano Ronaldo's bullshit.
Yeah, well, maybe if he comes to play in the U.S., we can go see him and practice with him if we are NFT holders.
I like the other guy, the one who's here in the U.S. now with what's his name, with Beckham. Messi. I like that guy.
You like that guy. Give me your Saints number again. What's your Saints?
130.
130. Oh boy, not found. You don't exist. This is what I'm learning.
You suck.
Okay, here we go. Saints 130. All right, let's find our wallet owner. Here we go. Oh, you people. I don't want to connect my wallet to see yours. Is this mine? Was this mine?
Not yours. Would it be yours? All right, look at 1039.
1039. Can I go back from here? God, Blur. I'm telling you, man, Blur is not all it's cracked up to be.
I posted it on X. How all my hooligans.
Give me another number you said.
1039.
1039. That's a
Boom.
good one.
Smiley.
That's a solid smiley face.
I was dying for that one for a while.
This is in the top 1%. This is the 17th rarest out of 2,222. That's a solid one.
Solid buy. But
Solid buy.
Are pretty rare. So I'm pretty selective. Look at this one. 1406.
The bear suit. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty good too. Good bandana. A lot of layers here. It's good that all the layers like work properly, you know? like the bandana's under the hoodie, but it's over the head, under the glasses. I like it. I like that.
And then look at 341.
Oh yeah, Pika one. That's a solid one. Green skin, Pika hat, torn sweater. I'm down. Rarity 181, top 10%. That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
This other one's pretty cool too. 763. I have 16 of them.
16.
But I had more.
Oh yeah, Muerte one. Solid. Rarity 2, top 50%. Yeah, that's a good one too. Are you going to keep buying? What's your plan here?
So there was this. I asked a question the other day on the chat. Who owns the most? And I think there was some guy who owns like 40.
40 is the most?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure now.
You know, out of 2,222, I mean, that's a pretty big chunk. That's 1.8%.
Maybe I'll top that guy. Right? Who knows yet?
Who knows yet? Yeah, you know, I was thinking like if the floor drops again, I gotta get in on a couple more. If the floor keeps dropping,
I might get.
It always goes back up. It always goes back up.
And change a few bitcoins and just fucking go all in on
just do a crazy sweep. Look, it's down to 0.11 now. Oh, sorry, 0.1189. It's interesting. Yeah, this one I have faith and conviction that Saints will moon one day, and this is financial advice. You should all go get a Saints.
I think so. No, you know what? I think that this project is really going to do well because I think that Casey's very involved. I think he's doing a lot of stuff. We had him on our show, and he talked a lot about his involvement with the project and all the stuff that he's doing. So I think that the project is really good. I think it will probably hit 1 ETH soon. We'll see. If I keep sweeping it, for sure it'll hit 1 ETH soon.
Yeah, we need a few more sweepers out there. I had another article, which actually something you had sent me, and this was our friend Elon is back at it.
It's my boy.
This is from Forbes.com, and the article is from January 16th, titled Elon Musk reveals surprise crypto holdings as X plan to replace PayPal, Visa, and banks quietly accelerates amid Bitcoin price swings. So the article starts by saying Elon, the Tesla billionaire owner of X, has played havoc with the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies in recent years, recently confirming wild rumors of a plot to replace PayPal. After Elon revealed his personal crypto holdings, his social media platform X has quietly received another money transmitter license, adding to a clutch of state approvals as it looks to revolutionize payments in 2024. So here we are. We're in 2024. Do you think this is going to be the year we see payments active on X?
100%, yeah. For sure.
And how do you envision this happening? Because I don't use X to interact with people in my personal life that I would need to send money to in the way that I use PayPal.
Mm-hmm.
How do you see this being useful?
Well, he created PayPal, so I mean,
I understand.
At some point or another, it's probably going to be something similar. Maybe as like the ease of use, probably. But I also think that it's going to be very, very heavily on Doge.
Yeah, he has said multiple times he wants X to be the everything app, right? So maybe the money part of it is just another arm of X, separate from the social media feed that we're used to interacting with. And you can also do X. You can also do the payments. Now, as we know, he's also started rewarding content creators. So I could see where the payment system makes more sense there. Even to tip someone, if someone has an interesting post, right? You can just tip them right within the platform if there's a easy way to send money. And like you said, maybe it's Doge. Maybe it's something that's really easy to send back and forth on a blockchain, has minimal transaction fee, if anything. Or maybe he builds his own blockchain, right? Why not? If he knows what he wants that vision to be, maybe it's an L2 of something. But if he really is trying to make the everything app, I think there's a way to integrate this that becomes useful within the app, even if you're not using it to send money to your friend for lunch or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's going to be something that's going to be very easy to use. I mean, at the same time, you can tip now on Doge, on X. I don't know if you knew that. But
no, I've never thought about doing that, nor would I do that.
I've done it. You need the Doge wallet, but you're able to do it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty easy. I mean, you just type a thing on your thing and it does it.
And you have a Doge wallet outside of Coinbase?
Yeah. I have like I won't even tell you how many different wallets.
I don't. I only have my Doge holdings inside of Coinbase nowadays. It used to be on, some other platforms. I don't know. I told you that, I've been rugged before on these other platforms that just go out of business. They disappear with all your money. And at the time I did the conversion, this must have been 2012, 13 maybe, when I converted a quarter of a Bitcoin into Doge. And, it had, 50 zeros in front of it before the first number turned into a 1. So there was a ton of Doge that I had lost. A ton. Because back then, who thought a Bitcoin was anything, right? It was well under $100. I was like, oh yeah, let me just throw a quarter of this into Doge. See what happens. Well, I lost it all. I lost the Bitcoin, lost the Doge. It's all gone.
You know what's funny? I told all my friends about it. And everybody was like, you're crazy. Bitcoin's not going anywhere. That's nothing. It's all hype. Blah, 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 blah. And here I am sitting on an average of $3.09 on my Bitcoins. It's okay.
Yeah. If you bought a new one, you'd really screw with your average.
Oh, yeah. I'm not buying them. I got enough.
If it dipped down to like 50%, like if it dipped down to like 16,000, which is where it was, I think, at the start of last year, would you be more inclined to start buying?
No, I'm happy with what I have. Even when it went all the way down, I was still happy with what
Fair enough. So my question to you is, can X replace PayPal?
Yes, probably.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
100%.
I have a question for you, Miguel. Do you know what time it is?
It's time for Artist of the Week, baby. Let's go. What do we have?
Oh boy, that was a laggy video. I don't know what's going on over here. Real amateur hour.
Sure.
Our Artist of the Week this week comes from a rabbit hole. Is that what you call it? A rabbit hole that I was following while I was on the platform known as X. And let me share my screen with you and I'll kind of show you the sequence of events that led to this.
Oh boy.
So I followed this guy, Adam Hollander. He's at Hollander Adam. He constantly references these projects that are brand new, unheard of. He says, hey, I just bought these. And as soon as he buys it, those projects really start to go. So he's definitely a market maker in that sense for like these smaller projects. And he seems to hit so many times. So Adam posts this. LOL was 20% minted when I posted this. It's now sold out 16 minutes later. So he posted this on January 20th. He bought 50 of these pieces for 0.002, about $5 each. Fun little flyer on a Saturday morning. Public mint went live last night. So clearly the public mint didn't have the sort of anticipation where, you need all these whitelists, whatever it was. It had only been minted out 20% by the time he posted that. Then it sold out 16 minutes later. I think because of this guy's influence, 51,000 followers. And after that, you can see the feed in here just kind of talks about all these people that, bought into the project and how the price went up and up and up. I waited like 3 days and I was like, all right, I mean, these are cool pieces. I was like, let me jump in as well. So I bought 3 when it was 0.006 which again at that time was like, $16. I was like, it's cool art anyway. What's the worst that could happen? But the collection is by this guy, Michael Prekop. I don't know if that's how you say it, Michael Prekop. And he has these really interesting 3D pieces of art that are like, they're almost like CryptoPunks, but they're 3D and they're pixelated. But again, they're 3D. They have this really nice glossy feel to them. When I first sent you this, a few days back, what was your initial reaction to this?
I thought they were pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to get one.
The floor right now is sitting at 0.0084, but the floor went up pretty high, honestly, compared to what the mint was. I think it hit 0.014, which is, some real big gains coming off of $5. That's like I don't know, whatever that is, 6x, 4x, something like that. So really positive, really good for this guy, Michael. We had looked, he said 121 ETH. You and I were looking at the numbers before. 121 ETH in volume on a floor price that's like 0.00 something is just a ton of transactions happening, right? There's just a ton of activity, which is awesome. I think that's great for this guy. And I think the takeaway for me was, you know what, even if you don't have the biggest following, you get one person that has influence to notice, and that can change everything. That can change your life. I think this guy's life is changed now because of this. He has a really passionate community. He's got a very active Discord that I jumped into, and he's just got a lot happening now. There's people in his community that are making, merchandise, making derivatives of this, making their own spin-offs. And it's just cool to see. It's just one of those things that really shows you like, hey, you just never know who's watching and you never know what's going to happen. So I think this collection is great. And he had posted a tweet saying, here's the process for crafting each of the 10,000 punk bits. He said punk bits are made differently. They are a random combination of 200 3D traits inside Cinema 4D. And after that, every NFT is rendered as a whole piece using best-in-class V-Ray render engine used by the biggest car companies. And again, if you just look at what's going on here, I mean, I'm sure you have a sense of what all these layers are, right? Because this is what you're doing when you make the NFT layers. But man, there's a lot happening here. But just
crazy.
The attention to detail that you need to have here, because I've looked at a lot of these pieces, not all 10,000, but they look good. They are really flawless. They are smooth and they just work, Yeah,
it's really hard when you're putting all those layers together. It takes a lot of time. I mean, you really need to focus on like what it is that you're doing so you don't make a mistake. Like today I was working on V2 and the layers were just driving me crazy. There was a part where I was trying to do I think I posted it. No, I didn't post that one. I was trying to do like a hoodie on the ants, and it was just really hard to just put the layer in. But then I figured it out and went with it. It was pretty easy after that.
Yeah.
It takes time. It does take time.
So I give a lot of credit to this guy, and definitely say give him a follow. Check out his collection. Again, he's at Michael Prekop, Prekop on X.com. He's got 7,000 followers. He's very involved in some of the other communities. I think Dead Fellas is one of the other ones that he's into. He's got a Mutant Ape Yacht Club, but he said I think he's from the Ukraine. He's been Slovakia. Been designing for 20 years, and I'm excited to kind of follow his journey. I'm happy to be a holder, and just happy to see what.
Oh, so you did get one.
Next. I got 3 when they were 0.006.
Well, thanks for telling me you got 3 of them.
I did tell you that.
Did you?
You're the worst.
Yeah.
Don't make me show the receipts, because you know that I will.
Well, show me the ones that you purchased.
I had moved 2 of them around. I have 1 left in my OpenSea wallet. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on.
What are you doing? You putting it on your Nano?
No. I just move things around sometimes. Hold on. Pull up mine. I think this is the one I like the most of the 3 that I got, so I held on to this here.
Share screen.
Sorry. I can't keep up with all this technology. This is the one. I like this one. I just thought it was cool. The white hair, the headband, the glasses, the green beard. Not a bad buy, I think. And he's got some rare traits. He's got 1% for the white hair. and 3% for the rim glass is pink. So pretty good. I mean, especially when you look at what these.
I like it.
I mean, I don't think I'm going to sell this anyway, but this is the one I want to hold on to because I like this one the best.
Talking about Nano, I think I'm going to start moving my Saints into my Nano ledger.
That's a good idea. If you're not gonna move them, I would say just maybe keep a couple around because they seem to be doing things based on what's being held in your wallet, right? I think the syndicate said they needed 3 to be able to participate in the syndicate, but it would originally start at 5, and then they dropped it down to 3. So just be ready to move some things around if you need to activate for purposes of interacting as a holder.
Well, I think I have to move my Doodles and my Pudgy in there. So I'm not selling either of those for a long time. So
good. Not till not until you have a firstborn to pass it on to, right?
Of course.
All right, Miguel, that's all I got. Let us keep pushing out our logo. What? Say again?
Look how cool the CryptoPunk looks back there.
That's a pretty good CryptoPunk.
It is.
Is that nanoed? Is that goodbye forever?
That's goodbye forever.
Yeah, nobody will ever see that one. No one will ever own that. Just you. Well, congratulations on your purchases. So let's hang out this week in person. Maybe we could be friends in real life, and we can get some work done. We can test our equipment because we want to make sure we're ready to do some interviews at NFT NYC. And we want to make sure we've got some logo updates so we can have some merchandise. We can have a new website. We can be ready for the V2 launch, plug it all in. Let's rock and roll, baby.
You got it.
All right. Have a great night. Thank you to everyone who has joined us. You can watch us on YouTube. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcast groceries from. So thanks. Have a good one, and bye-bye now.
Peace.